we're talking about, well, it's just as good. We're on the mental mill already. So, Ryan had an experience at a workshop over the weekend, and I'll let him share most of it. But one of the things that has happened with me over the years, and he's experienced more of it I would say over the past year, is that, and I encourage you a lot of times to do things and try things or research things. And most of the time, I would dare say 90 to 95% of the time, all you'll end up doing is confirming that you're already doing what you were looking for already. And the phrase that you're hunting the tiger you're already riding on becomes so annoying
Yeah.
that but then later what you'll do is, you'll hear a neurologist, one of the guys who really, and this is good for our conversation, is there was a neuroscientist, and he was talking to a group at Harvard Medical School, and he was discussing about how he had a real problem with most physicians. Now you have to remember, now he's talking at Harvard Medical School, and the clout that these people have, and plus the arrogance that most of these people have, right? If you're a Harvard medical graduate, you usually consider yourself high level. His point is that I'm a neuroscientist and that a bio engineer or something along those lines. And where I struggle with you all is the fact that if I put 5 of you in the same room and gave you my diagnoses, you're all going to come up with a different pattern to try to help me. Right? That's not science. That's best guess. This is what I do. Right? And so one of the things that he took the time to study and research was what he started referring to help cure his back pain was what causes a lot of fascial work and problems with the fascia that generate all the way down to structural changes. And one of the things that he found is that, that all bones are wrapped in a sheath of fascia. And he refers to it as an alpha cells, right? This fascia that's wrapped around the bone is really tight, and it's filled with alpha cells that fill the bone, so that when the bone becomes pressured, or the fascia around it becomes pressured, the alpha cells immediately send a signal, like a bat signal, directly to the fascia, the tendons and ligaments surrounding it. So when the bone begins to tremble, it has to have help because the muscles are no longer able to handle the work. And so when the fascia, as he explained it, when the fascia kicks in, the alpha cells cause the tendons and ligaments. The muscles, for a few moments, get a chance to relax. They get a chance to basically regroup, oxygenate, get themselves ready, because they know, the muscle knows, the body knows that the fascia is only going to last but so long. And then the muscles have to kick back in. Now, as he's explaining all this, what does that sound like to you? Shaking and posting, right? And you experience exactly what he had to research, but you experience this, like the trembling comes and then it goes away and then it comes back. And you can literally later begin to feel them handing off to each other. Okay? And you get stronger. In fact, that's what the Chinese call it, tendon building exercises. But it took a neuroscientist for me to validate and verify what I had tried to research for 10 years, but I wasn't smart enough. I knew what it was working. And I knew that when I was working with other people that it worked. But I didn't have the scientific background in order to explain it. That guy who had nothing to do with Chinese medicine, nothing to do with posting, nothing at all, used his engineering work to prove what it was that we were already doing. Beautiful, beautiful story. But I encourage you to always try to look at what we do And if you can, like the Dalai Lama says, if you can prove what I'm doing is wrong, fine, we'll quit it. The Dalai Lama says the same thing, right? Hey, if you can prove this ain't right, we'll stop it. I love that. All right. Any questions or requests for this evening? Nope, 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 nope. All right. Just as a side note, keep Ken in your thoughts. He's trying to get himself better so he can get back out here to practice. Until that happens, make sure you light an incense for him periodically, and we'll expect to see him soon. All right. Let's shake and bake a little bit, wrap and tap. I had a good Saturday practice, torturing about 25 souls. I videoed it. I put that video up on the website. And it was a seated meditational class, stress reduction class. So it was a little blend of things. It wasn't just meditation, a little blend of muscular relaxation and breath work and some things like that. Okay, good. Spread the eagle. Eagle spreads its wings out and then tap on the lungs. Miss Vicky's getting stronger and stronger. Do a few more. And rest. Okay, little boy prays. Hadn't done this one as a group in a while. All right. Up. Fold the hands, drop the chin. Now take your time and just lower the nose to just in front of the toes. Don't you like how I rhyme just on time? Oh. Yeah, right. How you feel, back there, Bader? Rough. Like a dump truck in reverse. Oh. Unfold your hands toward the earth. Ryan's doing a lot better. Yeah, you've improved a lot over the years. Yeah. your your first couple of years was quite funny. I mean, in regards to, you know, just being so young and stiff. Not like Bader. He's just old and stiff. Yeah, right. All right, rotate your hands to outside 1 foot. I get tickled when, people see me doing a few things. They're like, wow, you sure are flexible. You sure are lucky. I'm like, luck has nothing to freaking do with it. I had to earn every inch I got. Let's go to the other side. That's right, millimeters. That's exactly right. There we go. And back to the front. Good. Hands just above the knees. Lift your face, spread out your feet. Yes. Sway the hips and turn the head. So turn the hips over a little bit, then look behind you just as far as you can. Taking a breath. As you exhale, rotate. Make sure you turn the hips, then the head. And come back to the front. Arch your back up, push your belly button toward the sky, and then roll up, boom by boom. Okay. Now, one we haven't done in a while, and it would be, watch your balance. If because this one can trigger a little bit of a, uh, I don't know what else to call it except physiological disconnection. It's kind of like twist like rope. When you do twist like rope, it's hard to tell which is your right foot and which is your left foot, right? So this one does a similar act, and it's stretching the liver meridian. So what you'll do is cross. In this case, I'm gonna cross my right leg over the top of my left. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my right hand and arm, and I'm gonna reach over, and at the same time, take my left and just place it right at the lower back. Oh, well, your weight is going to be mostly on your right foot, but more importantly, let it shift accordingly because your flexibility, what you want to do is take your right hip and push it out. Okay. And that will change how everything feels. If you can push it out to the front, you need to be leading class. You push it out to the side. Yeah. Because if I push mine out to the front, I might exacerbate a lower back problem. Good. Oh, now that my fingers are going numb, it's time to stop. Right? Did anybody else have that sensation? My just starting to get tingly. Yeah, mine was just getting tingly. Right? You too, Karen? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, I feel pretty good about myself. If everybody else was suffering, good. Sometimes I feel like it's just me, so but I'm shameless and I go ahead and talk about it. All right, let's cross the left over the right. Kind of like Bruce Seeds there, Yeah, it's a champion of shamelessness. We love you, Bruce. All right, left hand over, push the left hip out. Oh. And basically what you do is you're activating that, of course, the intercostals through the left side and the iliotibial band. Oh, okay. Well, we'll pull that out next. The inverted T press. I thought tonight would be a gentle breath work, body work. Get some lotion from the motion. Look at me, man. I'm just rhyming all over the place tonight, aren't I? Oh, yeah. The poet didn't even. Right. That's so funny. Yeah. Dr. Seuss. Good. Okay. Let that go. That time the other hand went numb. Boy, that was weird. All right, inverted T press. This is where we take the right big toe, we point it toward the instep of the left foot. Yes. There you go. Now take your right hand, push it out across you. Take your left hand and equally press behind you. Yes. So they're almost in your mind. You're pushing in east and west at the same time. Just don't push too hard now because it can trigger a little intercostal cramp if you're not careful. Oh, okay. Uncoil a little bit. Just let it relax. Now let's go the other way. Turn it. Push it. Eek. Ouch. That's it. Look at Bader, the gummy. Well, you don't look that way at all, man. You're doing really well. You've gotten a lot more graceful over the past, I'd say, past 18 months or so. Good. As compared to like Ryan and myself, when we all start, We're as graceful as a brick falling down a road, right? Right. All right, dragon whips his tail. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. Just take your time. There you go. Oh, and that class I taught on Saturday I didn't put it in the mental meals folder. It's under the mindful motion folder. Let's do one more to each side. Oh, it's a good thing we started at 5 o'clock, huh? Yeah, yeah, just enough. All right, Emery. Okay. Uh, let's take a few minutes for a little bit of light posting, okay? And then what we'll probably do is just go right out of some poster. I may go back and forth. I don't know what exactly is going to come out yet, but we'll probably blend a little movement with some of the posting. Let's take and first just start with holding the lower abdomen a little bit. Good resting Wu Chi posture. Try to get your weight distributed evenly on your feet. Bend your knees a notch. Nice slow exhales, okay? Try to breathe in through your nose if you can, and then exhale slowly through your nose or mouth. Usually, if you're trying to exhale slowly, it's easier to control through your mouth. So, what I'd like for you to do is we're going to do something that any of you can practice at any time, okay? And that is going to be to shift the weight. And what we're going to do is move over to the universal post with our weight on our left leg. And what this does is gives you an opportunity to practice the mind and body work that you'll use in a lot of different arts, regardless if it's Tai Chi or YiChuan, Xingyi, Bakwa, doesn't matter. Because it's about your following the chain of command. It's about understanding the 8 expressions of movement. It's about knowing the 3 levers of control for the center line. All those things apply. If you don't know what those are, we'll have to do that on another time. Or you can get with Ryan or Bader. All right. So now what I'm about 95, 98% weight on left foot. And what I'm going to do is keep my heel off the ground and I'm going to do a little shoe the sheep, but a gentle just push out. And my weight when I go forward may shift to be about, say, 80-20. And then I pull back, push. Allow yourself to float freely. Try not to be too judgmental. Don't try to edit it too much. Just allow yourself to float out, pull back. Nice. Try not to hurry and try and avoid having any slack. Know exactly where you're supposed to go here. Level the nose, spread the hands, spread out directly to the lower abdomen, in front of the belly button. Let's do two more. Good. Let's take it up back to your universal post. I'm going to move into the ocean wave. Just want you to let your palms turn, press it out, roll it back. If your breath coordinates with the movement, that's fine. Don't force it. If you're trying to guide it a little bit, then focus on guiding to exhale as your body extends itself into the yang. Do two more. Pull it back, and then extend yourself back into the universal post. Check our time so I don't take y'all till. We'll do one more from here tonight, and that'll be the crane. So what we'll do is open up, press it down, breathe in, rock back. Two. During these sort of movements, you want to really find the calmness, the synchronization, imagining even the sensation of being graceful as you do it. Good. Let it float back up to the post. And as we get ready to transition to the other side, I'd like for you to try to maintain the continuity of your mind. So what you want to do is as we move to the other side is transition just as if you were connected doing any of the other movements. So allow the hands to draw in with the foot, nice and smooth. Gently change your balance. Extend the foot. Let the hands float so that you never lose the continuity. One more breath. Chew the sheet. Have that gentle dialogue with yourself. You're not trying to go slow. You're just trying to train yourself to take your time. At least that's the dialogue I say to me. Let's do one more. Turn to your posture. Good. Round it out if you can. Feel good about it. If it burns a little bit, you're welcome. Help you get a little stronger. Good. The ocean wave, push it out. Lock it back. If your legs were bothering you real bad one day, you can do the same exercise seated if you need to. Even when my weight shifts forward, I keep my knee flexed, my forward knee flexed. One more time. Return to posture. Good. Let's open it up into the crane. Spread it out. And as you pull your wings back, think of the middle of your back. They start the movement. So that the sensation comes from the middle of the back through the shoulder blades, then down the arms. Don't lead with the hands. Two more. Good. Come back to posture. As you exhale this time, come back to a horse stance in neutral, into your rest. Bring your fingertips together in front of your heart. Open the palms out into the world. I can honestly say that irregardless of what I thought it was going to be like while I was driving up here, it turned out to be an absolute perfect evening as far as temperature and environment and practice. So I appreciate that. Any comments, Bob? Or the two sides are different? All right. Yeah. What was different in what way? What way did you notice? Some pain and discomfort?